Hey guys, and welcome back to Huddle Up Sports. And with the NFL coming closer and closer and closer to the start of the season, we felt that it's time to talk about the schedule release, some of our favorite matchups in the schedule, things that in the NFL schedule
Ooh.
that kind of popped up to us. What did we see there? We looked and we were like, what did we see and see? And we looked and we were like, I think I'm gonna be talking very positively about the Atlanta Falcons for once on this platform. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna leave you guys with. But having how are you feeling about the schedule for your Eagles? What do you expect for your team?
Well, guys, I've already said I think we're the best team in the NFC. So when I looked at the schedule, I've seen who we're playing. I've looked at it, and according to my calculations, I've got zero losses. But due to some, some days can be off. The Ravens, they might have a lucky one. So I've gone max losses, I reckon, is two, maybe even three. But I think we've been after last year's horrible schedule. I think we've been done. Thank you, NFL. Got nothing to complain about, really.
It's always the benefit of like having maybe dropping from that first seed in your conference to in your division to the second seed in your division. It just gives you that easier schedule. Like I'm gonna talk about the Falcons schedule in a bit more depth later, but I love the fact that I hated the fact that we missed the playoffs in the time, but the fact that we've dropped to the third seed gives us such an easy schedule, and it's a lot nicer to have that and makes you able to be more dominant when you're in a position more likely to be more dominant. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think there's a game that I think you guys might lose, and that's week two. Um, so
But
when
for
I
guys,
heard
for
when
people
I
that
heard
don't know,
17 and 0, I was like,
for the people that don't know, that's the big one.
the huddle up derby.
Eagles versus yeah, and I'm not here. I'm in America for that game actually, so I get to watch it normal time.
Yeah, I'll be up for that. That's
Lucky
prime
me.
time, isn't it? That's Monday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it Monday? I thought it was Sunday. Monday is even better.
It
You get to
might.
go
It's
to a
it's
bar.
a prime time game. Yeah, it's a prime time game.
Oh,
I'm pretty
you
sure.
know what, guys? I'm gonna be in like what? It's called Maryland. Prime Habesha spot, Eritrea, Ethiopian place. Not
Now
far from
you're
Washington.
It is Sunday Night Football because we're playing the Chiefs on Monday Night Football the week
Yeah, I
after.
thought it was
That's what it is.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night. We
Yeah,
have
because I want to
back-to-back
go watch
primetime
the
games.
Commanders. I think it's Commanders Giants, but my
Mm.
uncle probably won't want to go. Or the family's going to be over. Big wedding.
We're going to see Michael Penix making his debut in week two on the primetime game. All right, let's get
Bro,
to it.
oh man, go on.
I'm gonna start off on talking about the Kansas City Chiefs because I think that was I mean, one, that the reigning champions. I feel like you have to start with them, but I know like the formula of who you play with is made by a computer. There's a formula, and there's no one that actually sits there and decides like, oh, you're picking these games. But the way the Chiefs have been scheduled is different. That's actually chosen. It's very peak. Obviously the first two games, they've got Baltimore and then they've got Cincinnati. Fun fact, Joe Burrow has week two
I've
is
never
the
won.
only
Yeah.
game week. Yeah, the only game week he's always played in, but never won in. Insane. Obviously, Bengals
Ridiculous,
and
man.
Chiefs are 3-3, 3-3 against each other in the time of Patrick Mahomes's time there. And I think it's a pretty tough start. At least both are home games. I think it's peak for the Baltimore Ravens having to watch the Chiefs lift the banner with the first game of the week after how they lost to them, and also the Bengals last time they were in the playoffs, they lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game as well. Um, but the Chiefs with that actual schedule, in fact, they play on every single day of the week but Tuesday.
But Tuesday, that's ridiculous.
It's
It's
insane.
ridiculous, man. And the thing is, they could end up playing on Tuesday as well.
Yeah,
You
they could
never
get
know.
flexed to Tuesday. Yeah, and
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
they have I think they have 4 short weeks, which is tied for the second most. And
It's a
there's
joke.
a near, I think it's 49 days, and they're 50-day period where they don't have a single home game.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
So it's going all out to stop Kansas City. They have the second highest odds to win the Super Bowl right now.
49ers are first.
49ers are first. Yeah, 49ers are first. I think that's partly because of the NFC being perceived, well, it is easier than the AFC.
Yeah, they have it easier.
Um,
Yeah, 100%.
so not your Eagles being first. Um,
So I know both. We'll leave it at that.
you'll come back to this exact moment when you guys are in the Super Bowl and they're not.
Or it'll be game over. But you know the Bills game, Bills
Yeah.
I listened to, it was one of the big lots. But so so the Bills game, they've got away at the Bills.
Mhm.
Taylor Swift performs the night before in Toronto. And the guy I was listening to was like, there's no way that's a coincidence. So that's the later stage of the season heading into the playoffs. That's why when you're saying they're randomized, that mate, me and you were on the same level. But when I heard that, I was like, hold on a minute now. That makes sense. Because the Chiefs, if we're being honest, if we're being brutally honest, yeah, this
Yeah.
is this is another hot take, guys.
Okay.
But for a team that's won two in a row, they're not the most dominant we've seen.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. It doesn't fit.
Like they end the playoffs, they turn up and they will beat, but throughout
Yeah.
a season,
They're not
is
running over
not dominant.
people. Yeah, I get
There
that. I
you
get
go.
that. I get that.
And then
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to the Chiefs,
They just win.
and was brought them about, I think what the Chiefs are going to be remembered for now, which is sad, it's just being Hollywood
Yeah,
because
which
of the
is what
second
it
best
wasn't what that
Kelsey
was
Swift
like.
duo.
Yeah, which is
They have the
what it
second best
wasn't built
Kelsey
off
Swift
that.
duo. Yeah, they don't. But that's just what it is now. That's why when the Bills thing happened, I've just gone, yeah,
For
there you go.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's why when the Bills thing happened, it's a bit annoying for me because it's like, hey, I'm all for the whole Taylor Swift. You get me? It brings the fans, but when I look at the Chiefs, I want them to be remembered for football. And
Yeah,
when stuff like that is going on, it's like marketing. We all understand business, but yeah, let the boy. You get me? Let Patrick Mahomes be known for
do
throwing
business.
instead of Kelsey. Wait, what's her name? Taylor Swift's boyfriend's teammate. We don't want that.
I saw an argument the other day on First Things First, shout out them, one of my favorite shows. They were arguing over whether Travis Kelce could become the most famous footballer ever because of his relationship with Taylor Swift.
No way, no way. Over Tom Brady. No way.
From conversations I've had with like female friends, bear in mind we're in England, they know Travis Kelce. They don't know Tom Brady. Girls,
No way.
they know Travis Kelce. They don't know Tom Brady. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
the two of the hosts were like, "What the
Oh,
hell?
fair
No,
enough
no
then.
chance." But I was there, like talking to like my friends from home, talking to my friends that are from London now, the female friends. They know Travis Kelce because of Taylor Swift. They don't know. Like, if I was to tell them, like, "Oh, who's Patrick Mahomes?" They'd be like,
I
"Who
said
is
that as a
that? I
joke, you
don't
know.
know." It's
Damn, I
mad.
was being
Yeah,
serious.
but like literally,
No,
like
but the Chiefs,
mm,
but
they
I
are becoming
think I
Hollywood.
got they're one of 13 teams that have multiple games within 3 days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What is going on?
yeah. I think there's a period
Oh
of
my
time where they have like
gosh.
3 or 4 games in 10 days.
What is going
Three
on,
games in
man?
10 days is intense, bro. I think, you know how people said, like, oh, they're due an injured season. I think you could argue that Super Bowl against you was the injured season because Mahomes literally won the Super Bowl in one leg. But the way that schedule looks, this season might be their injured season.
Because I was thinking like
Looks rough.
six, is it on the bounce? You've had the second longest postseason, six on the bounce.
Hmm.
And now you've got this. But I think that there's a few teams that have tough schedules. And I don't even think they're top three, the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In terms of, I think their division definitely brings down how difficult their schedule is. That's the thing with the Chiefs. But who do you think?
Oh, I've got the AFC North. They've been absolutely like shag. But I think even guys, I want to say this. I'm not a Bills hater. I just thought they had a bad off season, you know. But I think the Bills, their start is rough.
Yeah, it is.
Because
I've got
you
that
know
exact. Yeah,
Miami,
yeah.
yeah, Miami, they're crying about, oh, we don't get to play at home with the Heat. Oh, we lose the weather advantage. Well, you're
Because
playing
of
the
the nighttime
Bills.
game.
What is this bollocks, man? It's
Yeah.
either you're good at football or you're not.
Literally that.
What is
Yeah.
this? But the one team they have is the Bills. And the Bills are one of four teams that have three games on the road. So the
Yeah.
Bills play Miami, I think, game week 2. They
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
someone else game week 3, and then game week 4, 5, 6, three on the bounce. Yeah, Ravens, Texans, and then Jets.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's tough.
Wow. That's actually tough.
I don't
Oh
even think
my
that's the worst
goodness.
part of their schedule. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
From week 9 to 15, they have Dolphins, Colts, Chiefs, a bye, San Francisco, the
yeah.
Rams, then the Lions. That is
No,
not.
I was saying their start is bad. Yeah, but their end, no, man.
The thing is,
But
if
I
they
back
struggle
them.
through, yeah, but if they struggle
I
through that,
back them
they
to
end
do
with
well.
Pats, Jets, Pats. So it's like at least
Yeah,
you want to say that's three guaranteed wins. They lost to the Jets last year with what's his name at quarterback. So
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, yeah. So you
Nah, nah,
assume
nah, 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 nah.
Aaron Rodgers
I
there.
promise you, Bills Nation. I'm with you guys.
I'm not.
I wasn't a fan of the off season, but I'm with you guys, man. I think they've gone under the radar completely. And talking about that game week 5, Bills v Texans.
Ugh. The
Wow,
Diggs reunion. The Diggs reunion. That's gonna be interesting. Do you reckon he's gonna be chirping?
1,000,000%, bro.
I hope it's a proper
I
tight
like the
game.
guy.
I hope it's a proper
Yeah,
tight game.
he's just. But honestly, I think that's going to be a close game.
Yeah, no, I
Obviously,
hope
I
it's
don't
a
know
close
now.
game. There'll be
We
cinema,
might,
bro.
but I think I've got Josh Allen just having an incredible season.
Mm.
Incredible season. I
Do you
believe in him. But
think
yeah, I had to
MVP?
shout out that game. Nah, nah, not MVP. I think I don't know if
Just
we're
put you
allowed
on
to
the
do back to
spot.
back MVPs, but
Mm.
nah, not Josh Allen. He's got to do something. Like you've got to finish like top 2. I think Jalen Hurts could.
If I had to pick someone to
It's
not
a
win it,
major
I'd go
could.
between Josh Allen or CJ.
So not to win it.
To no, that's never won it, but yeah, I'll probably go CJ actually. That's not won it yet.
Oh, to win it?
To win
Nah.
their
You
first
know,
time.
Texans.
Mm.
Let's talk about the Texans schedule now. Texans.
Go on. Yeah.
I think people are crying about it's too hard. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing a
No.
lot of that. I've been seeing a lot of that. I think, bro, that's what you get. I think that people were so surprised because they had an all like pretty all right schedule last year because where you were one of the worst teams in the NFL. Like, and then you finish top of your division, you're gonna get a harder schedule, bro. Of course, it's gonna be a complete opposite to last season. But your team's better. So expect to
Yeah.
perform. You know what I mean? You want to challenge yourself. You know, very often you see teams that would like play in a really bad division, go into the playoffs and not be tested. They'd have a really easy schedule, not be tested, and then just get whacked by a really good team in the playoffs.
Oh
Miami
yeah,
did that a
yeah. You're
couple of
actually with
times.
me. That's my argument for another team. But yeah,
So
spot on, bro.
so I think it's good if anything. You want to test yourself against those teams. It'll see how CJ does and see if last season, and I don't want to call it a fluke, but was like an that's not his like
Nah, I
floor.
don't think it's a fluke.
No
Because I think that
catch.
that I don't want to call him a boy because I think he's my age mate. He's yeah, but he's like a grown man
Yeah.
and like a what 6 foot
In
two
here.
body. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah,
see,
yeah.
you see in the draft, they didn't think he had it in him upstairs after he bullied his Georgia. Like, I don't understand, man. But I guess now he's got wow, what a team he has. You know the fact that he
Incredible.
he has 3 wide receivers, yeah, and I'm like, bro, you can give anyone a game now. I don't even care
Mm-hmm.
about your defense. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a defense that high. But hey, Texans, they have a big game week 2. It's going to be the birth of the new rivalry. It's going to be me versus Luther game week 2 when I'm in America. We are going to be chirping off at each other. My young QB versus his young QB. My team versus his team.
What is it? Texans
Game week
versus
2, guys.
Bears?
Yeah.
Oh, I will be there. I will be there. No way. Oh, that's
Yeah.
big. That's actually
Early
huge.
doors.
Oh, early. That's
Early
huge.
doors. It's a good one,
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
Both,
really good
both.
one.
The thing is, like, I think
Both have
both teams
loaded
are getting
offenses.
used to like yeah, getting used to the new pieces they've added. So there'll still be adjustment periods. It's not like
What
stat.
an
It's
America I'm gonna have. What a weekend.
oh man, that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be an incredible game. Um,
Oh man.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited, and that'll be a very good test early for Caleb. Obviously, I think at that point he'll still be having like growing pains and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I would have probably preferred to have that one later on in the season, but I don't mind
Really?
having it. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But Caleb's got he's got easy starts. I remember I saw he's
yeah,
got he's
yeah.
got a good run. Wait, the Bears. Why don't we just talk about the
I
Bears
think
now?
we were gonna go. That was actually my plan to segue into the Bears after because I think
Go on.
they have a very interesting start. It's pretty easy, but I got this from one of our TikTok comments. So shout out whoever commented on that on
Okay.
TikTok. Um, they don't play a divisional game till week 11.
Yeah, I think I saw that, you
And
know.
then that's the NFC North, bro.
Yeah.
And six of their last eight
Yeah.
games are divisional games. They have to play the Vikings twice. They have to play Green Bay twice, and they have to play the
Which one are
Lions
they in?
twice. That's
Oh yeah, they're
NFC
in that
North.
one. Yeah. Yeah,
All
yeah,
of those
yeah.
teams twice in their last, and it kind of affects me, and I'm not fully gonna backtrack because I still need to decide. I haven't decided yet whether I think the Bears are gonna make the playoffs, but
Nah,
that
they
gives me
they are. They
pause
are.
to make me not think because bro, that many divisional games if you are the hardest games to play when you have back to back to back to back to back to back divisional games with like two breaks in between them. Nice tough because they're the hardest battles you're gonna have. You're doing them after each other at the end of the season when you're at that final run to that final push to make the playoffs. Unless you go 10-0 to start, it's pretty peak.
This is when you look at the schedule and you're like, what coding is on the computer?
Yeah.
Because he's got Chicago, huge, huge city, sports city. Jordan put him back on the map. And ever since Jordan, they've been looking for their next guy. I don't know what they do in baseball, them man there, but they've got their guy now in the NFL slash NBA scene. D Rose,
Yeah.
sorry, they had
Yeah,
D
they had D
Rose.
Rose. They had D
He had
Rose
the
for a
keys
very
to the
short period of
city. I
time.
take
Yeah.
it all back. It's
They have the
Titans, Texans.
Titans,
That's all I
Texans,
know.
then Colts.
Oh wow,
That would be nice because of you know what? Because he's been injured for so
that's gonna
long.
be a good
Richardson,
game.
in it, Richardson. I
Thank
forget.
you. That's gonna be a good
Yeah,
game,
that's gonna be a good game. I forget his name because he was injured for so long. But then they have the
bro.
Rams straight after that, bro.
Oh wow, early doors.
They have the Rams straight after that, yeah.
Bro, that's like, all right. I take it back.
That
That's
first
not as
four
easy as I
games is
thought it
actually
was.
tough, yeah. But then Panthers, which is a layoff. But I think, yeah, the Jags after that and Jags, I actually don't know what to expect
We
in
forgot
this.
to mention Colts when it came to the Texans. I'm excited to see that matchup.
I think so
Fully
as well.
fit. We
Same.
forgot to mention that.
He
I'm
was
really excited.
obviously because of Richardson's injury, I feel like people forgot the hype at the start. Like it was like him and CJ. They were like, "Oh my god, these two are
No,
balling, bro. What the
you
hell?"
see CJ. CJ must have been like, oh, I was cooking versus the Colts. And the Colts guy was like, well, hold on a minute now. You know our guy was injured.
Yeah.
But the way he said it, I was like, oh my gosh. They don't like CJ.
No, 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 no. Because I
Run it
genuinely
back.
think there's like a thing where they're like, bro, this guy, because he was balling. The issue is you don't know when to not take tackles and when to avoid them, when to slide, when to not slide. Bro just runs into every tackle head first, and of course you're gonna get too many concussions. You're gonna end your career like that, bro. But he was playing very well before the injury, and I think they'll have something for CJ. They definitely will have something
Yeah,
for CJ.
talking of young QPs doing well. We were in the right division. The
Okay.
Packers. They have what I think is I personally think they have a comfortable. Yeah, and they're lucky. I've got some stuff written down
They
here because
have
they're
week
lucky
two
because
versus the Colts.
yeah, they play us. They don't play us at home anymore.
Yeah, they play
They play us down in
you.
Brazil.
Yeah, they play you, then they play the Colts, Titans, Vikings.
They've got a tough 12 to 14.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
like
they do.
Lions, Dolphins, and
Lions,
Ravens, is it?
Bears, Lions,
Oh,
Bears, 49ers, Dolphins, Lions again. Ew.
oh yeah, yeah. It's not nice. But
That
they've
is
got
not
no
nice,
one
yeah.
off a bye season. I mean off a bye week.
They don't play anybody after a bye.
Yeah, yeah, no,
That's
they
nice.
don't play anybody when they're after a
Post,
bye week.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And
That's good.
49 is a cheese of that though. But
Yeah,
Packers, Jordan
them and
Love,
the Chiefs. I think I feel very hard with the Packers because I feel like part of me is like, oh, they looked so good towards the end of the season, but part of me is also like, bro, they looked awful for the first two-thirds of the season.
and they lost Aaron Jones. They replaced him, but
Yeah,
I like
so
it, man.
I don't know. But what games are you looking forward to? Because for me as well, a game that
Games.
sticks out
Hello,
to
I'm out
me,
here.
Texans versus the Cowboys. I think part of
Oh,
it's
is it? Why is
because of
that?
the
Michael.
CJ podcast with Micah. I want to see them competing each other, especially because it's like a literal head to head. Like you've got a rusher versus the quarterback, and there seems to be a bit of friendship there between the two of them. You've got the Diggs brothers playing against each other. I think that part of
Finally.
it's going to be really fun. And once again, it's a literal matchup: wide receiver versus cornerback.
You
And it's the
missed it
Battle of
last year.
Texas. Yeah, it's the Battle of Texas.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Yeah. When you put it that way, what a way to do it. Oh,
I think
hey,
that is brilliant, bro. There's
easy.
so many narratives around it, and it's the battle for the state.
But we know
So,
who's losing.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The cowgirls, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. But again, I want to go back to game week 2. Well, we actually spoke about it, so I'll go for another game. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
This one
ooh.
said it with too much passion. What's that?
Wow. No, I
What?
didn't know, but this is just because it's the Super Bowl rematch.
Yes, 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 yes.
And you
Agreed.
know the
Um,
Chiefs are one of four teams being Cowboys, Seahawks, and the Bills that come off a bye week versus the 49ers.
yeah, yeah,
Because how
yeah.
are you playing the Bills and the Chiefs after a bye week? And you have 4 teams after a bye week.
Yeah, that's
That's
peak.
harsh.
That's very
Yeah,
harsh.
but what a game that's going to be.
Yeah, no, that would be incredible.
Because, bro, think about it, yeah. The 49ers, one of their defensive backs, he's now back from the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, one of theirs is gone from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, we thought they were better. And now it's here. So what's Taylor Swift's boyfriend and his best mate gonna do to close that gap now? Is that all we have to call them now? It's crazy, isn't it? I don't
Taylor
know.
Swift's
But I
boyfriend's
think
friend.
that's yeah, honestly,
That's it.
you go and talk to my friend, talk to, you know, them ones there. She started it from long back. But now, on the real though, I have that as one of my games to watch purely because
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
Super Bowl rematch. I know you got the first game, but well, to be fair, we're stupid. You got Ravens Chiefs as well.
That's a very big one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so stupid. I guess one of them two would be my games, but I think they're big games to watch though. I think I've done it wrong.
I think
I
no,
think it's game week 2.
I had Baltimore and Kansas City definitely to watch. I think more for me, I want to see how Baltimore
The
looks.
touchdown machine.
Yeah, I want to see how Baltimore
And you know I've
looks,
got them winning it as well.
especially in that moment, watching Kansas lift the banner and stuff like that. That's why I really am curious to see how they come up because I do feel like there is part of the Baltimore Ravens that thinks if we just do not make mistakes, we are the ones lifting the banner. That game's at our stadium and all that stuff. So I think there is a part of that affects
But
them.
they drafted a wide receiver, right? I'm pretty
Baltimore,
sure the
yeah, they
Ravens
did.
drafted a wide
Yeah, they
receiver.
did. Yeah, they did.
Baltimore, yeah, yeah, yeah. Apparently
No
good enough
one's
to
used
start as
more
well.
capital on wide receivers, more draft capital on wide receivers since Lamar's been drafted than the Ravens.
Wow. And
Yeah,
they've only like and they
yeah,
struggled
like
last
Hollywood.
season.
Yeah, yeah. Zay Flowers,
But here
Hollywood
you
Brown.
go.
This isn't. It just.
Yeah, I can because this is our show. You know the Lamar Jackson thing of he can't throw?
Yeah.
Throw that out the window, bro. I don't want to
Mm.
hear it anymore. I really don't want to hear it
Do you
anymore.
want
After
him to
last
be
season,
throwing it, or do you want him to
no,
just say
no,
no?
but I
Do what
think
I'm
I
best
think
at.
he's more than good enough to throw.
Okay.
More than good enough. Problem is, who's he throwing to?
And
He's got one wide
Andrews.
receiver, one tight end. The
Mhm.
other man there, they need to hold a man like destroy him, bro. You know the 2 words. What is going on?
Boys.
Oh, my, grip boost, man. ASAP. All the VC needs to be spent on that. Some some of the games, man. Just last season.
You
I
can't say that when my
it's
home side every
frustrating.
this man
But
couldn't drop
now,
anything.
yeah, I know both of them. But now you've got Lamar. He's got a touchdown machine for a running back.
Yeah.
You don't know how it's gonna work, but it's what he does, ladies and gentlemen. It's just I called Randy Moss a touchdown machine,
I
but
don't need to work out how that will work. I just know it will work.
yeah,
That's the
but
thing.
yeah, but you know them ones when it's like it's like the bottleneck. It's like only so much can happen.
Yeah.
Like you can only go at 100%. If you have 2 people that can go at 90, you're not going at 180% now.
Yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah,
get where I'm
yeah,
coming
yeah,
from,
yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
just want to know how it's gonna.
yeah.
But you
Okay.
are right. There's no way they don't get like
There's no
that.
way
They're a
that
touchdown
if I
machine.
had to pick who would be the number one offense, just I feel like actually no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Even I'm
take
not
that
going that
back
far.
because I need to think
Yeah,
about that
bro.
before I say that. But no, just
Wait,
as one
who?
more quick
But
one. What do you want to say?
I was gonna say, since we're on about the Ravens,
Hmm.
their schedule.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
That's not nice. They're good enough for it. Because I was saying, remember what Sir Luther said before about the good teams, you might as well go through the hard games in the regular season.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's what the Ravens are going through now. And
Bro,
we
their
were on
start
about
is
they need
horrid.
time to adjust. Yeah, but let's be real. I think obviously you'd want to adjust, you'd want to build chemistry before you go through the hard games.
Hmm.
But the hard games could help you build that chemistry quicker. Because it's going to expose the stuff that you might not be doing well. Or like, oh, when we play the Chiefs, all right, this is what they do. Don't tell them till we see them later. And
Yeah.
then the Bengals, well, you play them twice anyway. So then the Bills and the Cowboys, my friend, Cowboys versus the Ravens. I don't want to say anything inappropriate, but that's going to be violent. You've got the worst running defense versus the best running offense.
And they didn't get bigger. They needed to get bigger and they didn't get bigger. So there's
Yeah,
gonna
because
be
that's
barbecue
that's one of the
chicken. You know that
four.
Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp
that's one of the
meme where
four.
he's going
Oh,
through the
man.
feed. Right, that's what it is.
I might see 4 or 5 touchdowns from Henry.
Week
They're
three,
gonna
that
get
is.
pumped
That could send Dallas
differently.
into turmoil.
No, bro. I think they're not getting more than 7 wins. Okay, 8. If I'm gonna be honest, it's no more than 8, but I had to say 7 just for the last. I think they
Jesus
either go
Christ.
7 or 10 or 8 or 9. Bro, wow, it's crazy. But speaking of Ravens, that
Yeah.
whole that whole division, apart from the Bengals, I'm sorry. Browns, we don't have the best of relationships. I'm sorry. They're also one of the 4 teams that have 4, 5, 6 on the road. It's not that bad. You've got Raiders, Commanders, Eagles. It's probably going to be win-win, and you're probably going to get pumped because you're going to be tired versus the Eagles. And after Eagles, you have Bengals, Ravens, Chargers. And then after the bye week, I think their bye week's like week 10. They still have to play Steelers twice, Bengals again, and the Ravens again. And in week 15 and 17, they have the Chiefs and the Dolphins. And if that's the
Jesus
Dolphins
Christ.
at Miami with the so-called heat, oh,
Oh.
even though it's not going
But
to
if
do
it's later
anything,
in the
but hey,
season, it might be a bit colder.
yeah. But you know what? I know it's a real thing, Miami in the Heat. But my friend, I don't rate them anyway. They had a
Yeah,
horrible
no, they play
offseason.
bad in like when it's 10 degrees, as in Celsius.
11 game losing streak in games where it's under 40
Yeah,
degrees.
Fahrenheit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I hope it's Fahrenheit. I read degrees. I
That's
really
40
hope it
degrees
was meant to say
Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. It's 40
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was
it's not
like, bro,
40
this doesn't make
Celsius like
sense.
here, bro. That would be insane.
No, I was reading it and I was like, is
That's
Miami
like
this hot?
jumper weather. It's like jumper weather. For me, then it's I said I'd talk about them, the Falcons. I looked at that schedule and I'll be real, once again, it looked like barbecue chicken. I'm sensing a horrid start. I'm not gonna lie. Eagles and Chiefs in week 2 and 3. Away at you, man, home for the Chiefs. That might be 2 losses. And against the Steelers, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. That one, I feel like we should win, but I feel like we could lose. We could easily start the season 0-3. And I know I said we're gonna be destroying, but from that point onwards, I could see us losing 2 more games the rest of the season. 5 loss season. I think probably if I had to give a guess on our record, it would be
14, 13. I think it's going to go well for you guys,
minimum
man.
11-6. I
I
mean,
might just being optimistic.
worse still, bro, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm never gonna be the optimistic.
I
I'm
honestly,
in
yeah,
too much pain.
I think Kirk Cousins, I can smell, oh, I actually
Dark
like
horse
Michael Penix.
MVP. Dark horse
No,
MVP.
but I think
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. No, but I see Penix coming in and running the show,
Really? So
low
you think?
key. Yeah, because
To be fair, with
I
that
like him.
start, bro, with that start, 3 really bad games for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because I think he's better than JJ McCarthy.
What, Penix? I think that as well. I think it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
injury issues. I think it's the injury issues.
No, because
But
I'm happy he got drafted ahead of him. I'm not like not the way it went down
you know, people thought you were a
because
hater
I
on
think I
the
thought that was
TikTok comments.
crazy. Oh, that one. Oh. It's hey guys. I say dumb stuff in it.
He's not a
It
hater.
is what it is. No, I'm on about like the fact that he went to you guys. I was a
Yeah.
bit like, oh, but I think a good team. I'm actually very optimistic for the Falcons this season. I'll be honest. I think you're a team that I think your defense for for some, I don't know. I feel like your defense is probably worse than your offense.
No, no, it is, but that's how Atlanta should be.
Yeah,
That's the right way to do it.
yeah.
High
But nah,
scoring, but the defense. That's what we do.
yeah, fight just wow. Like, looking back at your offseason,
Yeah.
I think there was an overreaction in the draft because it was like, yo, Kirk is here for now.
Hmm.
But when you look at the fact that Kirk always gets injured and then the team plummets, I think
We have like
you'd
a
rather,
reliable backup. Yeah.
yeah, I think you're better off getting a backup QB than a starting DB. I know that
Yeah, I
sounds
also
so
think
weird to
they've
say.
been so scarred by the fact that we have really struggled to replace Matt Ryan that they're like, we don't want to have Kirk Cousins here for a few years and then be like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? So they've got the
Yeah,
replacement there ready for after Kirk Cousins is done. I think that genuinely was their thought process.
yeah,
Um,
huge shout out to the Falcons.
yeah, I do think this is gonna be a really enjoyable season to watch. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. What is it? Is it week? Wait, I have it written down here.
Who are you
Week
playing?
13. Week 13 versus the Vikings. If Kirk is still under
Oh, it
center.
is week 14. Week 14.
Is it week 14? Week 14 versus the Vikings.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate,
That's one of my games to watch as well.
I want
Wow.
to see that. I want to see that. That'll be a good one.
Wow.
Yeah. If it's JJ versus Penix or if it's the Vikings versus Kirk Cousins, I cannot wait for that game. That'll be a really fun one. But guys, let us know what you think. What are your games to watch in the comments? What do you think of your own team schedule? We always love hearing from you guys. And as always, if you want to be involved in the podcast, let us know. We're always going to be open to having people on during the season to talk about their teams, talk about everything. We're a community here. Don't forget that. So like,
On the
subscribe.
Lot Sports family.
Guys, we'll see you next time in a bit.